Hey, what's going on, peoples? It's we the peoples coming to you guys with another video today. So today is gonna be day number 6. This is going to be the continuation of yesterday with RaYacTiv. We talked about the reverts that we want back in Legends of Runeterra. Yesterday we talked about the changes that we basically made a list, and on that list we had cards that we agreed on and we had cards that we disagreed on. So yesterday was cards that we didn't necessarily agree on. We talked about it, and today I will be releasing the video that shows us talking about or having a discussion about the cards that we most definitely agree that definitely needs to be reverted and come back into the game. So I just wanted to release the second part today, talking about that. So it's basically, like I said, it's going to be like part 2 of yesterday's video. It isn't as long as yesterday's video because I think yesterday's video was like a 40-minute video, which is my longest video of all the videos that I've uploaded for these the daily challenge videos. The 30-day videos is basically my longest video, but I think the one for today is about 20 minutes, 25 minutes, something like that. But in this video, I will pretty much the gameplay, because obviously you guys know it's a topic which you guys know, which I just talked about. The actual gameplay is going to be of Akshan, Sivir, Varus. At the moment I don't have any gameplay of after the patch, because all the gameplay I have is pretty much before the patch, because for anybody that doesn't know, a hotfix patch did go live yesterday. So like I said, I do record these gameplays beforehand, so I don't have any gameplay of it yet, of the new patch yet. But I think tomorrow I will be going over the hotfix patch that just came out. Was it yesterday or today? It was yesterday, I believe. Wait, did it drop? Yeah, it dropped yesterday. So I will be going over the hotfix patch in tomorrow's video. And I should have gameplay of I'm not 100% sure what I'll be playing, but I'll definitely be playing a deck that will show off maybe 1 or 2 of the changes, but more or less that's pretty much what I want to say. Of course, Mystic Shot is gonna be next Tuesday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will leave the links down below. Also, I don't think I said this in the last video, but RaYacTiv does stream on Twitch, and he does have a Twitter, so I will leave those links down below. So guys, don't forget to check him out, because he was really dope to talk to, and he does stream, so I would like to give him some support and some shout outs as well. So all right, let's get into the video. Hope you guys enjoy the discussion and the gameplay, and I'll see you guys tomorrow in the next video. Peace out. Let's talk about some of the changes that we actually agreed on.
Yes.
So, things that we agreed on. I think we can both pretty much agree that a lot of these cards were changes that were like, I'm not saying that they literally didn't need to be nerfed at all, but they got nerfed, and then I feel like they got left like at the side, or I think it was too much like community uproar about them, in my personal opinion. So first one being Hate Spike. I think Hate Spike was such a good fucking card. Oh my god, it was such a good card. Like, I don't know why this card is 2 mana.
Yeah, them putting this down or up to 2 mana hurt so bad. As somebody who really liked playing Viego and who wanted to see Evelyn do very, very well, because I actually really thought Evelyn and the idea of husks was very, very interesting and fun.
True.
I just think it's so hard that they saw this, and it's like I don't know. We thought this was way too busted at 1 mana, but we've got Quietus in the meta.
True.
Like we've got things like Quietus that just kill a unit, or like even certain like
or the 1 mana Demacia spell that literally silences a unit and kills the weapon. Like,
silence and suppress. Literally silence a unit, silence a follower. Or no, I'm pretty sure that's unit. I think that can go on champions because I'm pretty sure I've seen it hit an Aatrox. It's silence an entire unit and destroy their equipment.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. It's like, huh?
Like you said, these are definitely like a lot of these that we agree on. I think, like you said, we agree on them because of that reason. They're cards that got changed and then just got left to the wayside, and they just said, you know what, that'll stay where it is, and if people want to run it, maybe they'll run it. But Hate Spike did not deserve the hate that it got. That's all I'm gonna say.
That's a fact. Next change being Ancient Hourglass. It is, I'm not gonna lie, okay, I'm gonna sound like a Viego worshiper right now. It was so cringe that they hit Hate Spike, Ancient Hourglass, and Viego right at like patch after patch.
Mm-hmm. Literally like, 1, 2, 3 like dominoes.
That was so cringe. Not gonna lie, like what? That was like
exactly.
I climbed so much with Evelyn Viego, and then they literally gutted the deck.
Mm-hmm. They took the entirety of that deck and they said no, none of this, absolutely not, and which does not make sense to me.
And then they gave us a 1 mana support card.
Mm-hmm. They gave us a 1 mana support to only work with Viego. Congratulations, guys, have this.
They were like, enjoy.
Which I mean, I don't know if it was enough for you. It surely was not enough for me.
It hurt my feelings.
Yeah, I was somebody who very, very much enjoyed Kindred Viego, and I'm not gonna lie, I was one of those players who ran, you know, the Ancient Hourglasses and the 2 ofs of Heedless Resurrection, so I could have the 2 Viegos on the board. I was that cringe player. If you want to call me cringe, go ahead. I don't really care. Seeing those 2 Viegos stealing and killing units on the board, love it. And the fact that it made it so difficult to do stuff like that really hurt my feelings.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that extra mana made all the difference. No lie.
Mm-hmm.
That extra mana made all the difference, and it's so crazy that it's like they hit Hate Spike, they hit Ancient Hourglass, and then they finally hit Viego. It's like, damn.
Right.
Like, I think, all right. It's like I'm willing to, you know, come to some kind of agreement here. You guys can hit Viego, but can't we revert these cards?
Exactly. Leave the Viego nerf. The Viego nerf, him being at 6 instead of 5, I like that. He's nowhere near as oppressive. You can't drop like a turn 4 Kindred, turn 5 Viego, and be just winning the game from there. Mm-hmm. I think that's fine. Leave him as a bigger unit that I have to set up for. But give me back the support, please.
Yeah, like give me some. Throw me a goddamn bone, like.
Mm-hmm.
Like, my goodness, like Viego literally got his legs and his arms just cut off.
Right.
All right. Next change was Curse of the Tomb. I was actually very surprised that they hit this card because a lot of people were saying that they was, but I was saying like I don't think that they are. That they are, but they ended up hitting it, and I was surprised. What did you think about that change?
Now I know why they changed it was a little bit finicky and weird. So the reason that they changed it was because it created really weird issues with Overwhelm units. So like Overwhelm Rek'Sai and Overwhelm Renekton, they would deal double damage to the unit, but also double like damage to the Nexus in some weird way. Like all the double damage that would have been done on the unit then got pushed to the Nexus. So instead of like, even if the unit would have died from the 3 damage, and I'm attacking it with a 4 damage unit, it still would have dealt now the extra 5 to the Nexus instead of just that 1.
Okay.
So it made stuff like
Weird.
like you could end the game using Rek'Sai, and it created like a lot of really weird, like, just level up Rek'Sai, have a Rek'Sai in your hand, play this onto whatever card ends up blocking Rek'Sai, and because Rek'Sai is always at 11, she always kills the Nexus. So I understand why they didn't let this one survive the way that it did, but I think if we can change the wording of it, or like just make it so that that overwhelm issue is not an issue, I think it can go back down to 2.
Mm-hmm. Cause I actually liked it as a card to go pair it with overwhelm. I just didn't like that it could literally just like kill you out of nowhere. Like,
exactly.
Straight up, it could kill you from 20, which is insane. Mm-hmm. Like,
exactly.
So that's the one thing I didn't like about it. But I think if they like you were saying, if they change the wording on it, or maybe if they tweak it a little bit, I think it could actually be a really good card in the meta, and it could actually be a really good support card for Overwhelm. And Rico Rex could actually enjoy this card.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, he would love this card, wouldn't he?
Yeah, definitely.
That's funny.
Right. I think this is... Wait. Oh, no, we have 2 more. We have 2 more.
Yeah.
So, next one is actually one that actually I hold so dear to my heart, and I hate that they changed this card. No lie, I actually legitimately like. I wish I had a direct line to Riot. If I did, this card would got changed. No cap. Iceborne Legacy. I'm so tight that they changed this card. I was so ready to play Elise Trundle Spiders. I was so ready. And then they nerfed this card. I was so tight.
Now, funny enough, when they nerfed this card, I was just as tight as you are. Don't get me wrong. But me and my buddy Manny were talking, and we were going through the last Darken expansion, and there are a couple cards that would have been absolutely busted if this card is still at 5 mana. Like, the new Zolani card and Kale significantly benefit from having an Iceborne Legacy at 5 mana. And trust me, I'm here for that. Don't get me wrong, I would love for those people to get some real big help. But no, I want this also changed back down to 5 mana.
I think just it should be 5 focus speed, by the way, because it used to be burst.
Right.
It used to be burst.
Yeah, it used to be burst speed. Keep it at the focus speed. I know exactly what you're saying. Mm-hmm. Keep it at the focus speed instead of the burst.
But make it 5 mana.
But yeah, bring back down to 5 mana, and we can probably see Iceborne Legacy have its glory back.
Yep, 100%. I could definitely see this card seeing play. Alright. I believe, because I think we talked about promising futures already.
No, I don't think so. That we talked about it a lot in our pre video.
Oh, did we? Oh, my bad.
Yeah, I think we might have skipped this. So let's get into this one.
All right. So next card being promising futures. So obviously this is the Thrall killer, right? This is literally the all right, Thralls. This is your time. Your time has come to an end. You shall not pass.
Exactly. Thralls shall not pass anymore in the meta. That's what this nerf was. This nerf hurt so bad. Like you and I talked about, we really went on like an entire dissertation with this card specifically. No other card in this game has ever been nerfed for 2 mana at once. I don't think any other card in a card game ever has been nerfed by 2 mana at once. Some cards will get like a
two different
1 mana increase and then another 1 mana increase in another patch. Like I know that happened with a card in Hearthstone recently, Theatar. It's a card that switches a card in both players' hands. It started at 4, went up to 5, went up to 6.
Later,
which patch. Exactly 2 different patches. I don't think any card ever saw the nerf that Promising Future did, and it didn't deserve it. No card deserves a Promising Future nerf. Not even Promising Future.
I agree. Too hard. Like, don't get me wrong. I didn't necessarily agree with the playstyle of Thralls. Like, I didn't hate it, but I didn't agree with it because of the matchup tables mostly. The matchup tables of Thralls is so dumb. Like, it beats everything.
It does. It had really weird good matchups, and even its like bad matchups, bad. I'm putting in air quotes on my own.
It could be.
I was about to say, even its own bad matchups. If it hit its combo, it beat its bad matchup before its bad matchup got to be a bad matchup.
True.
Because again, Thralls was a deck that kind of could end the game or be in position to end the game by turn 4. Which, again, that is not something I agree with. Not when they're 8/8s. If you can set up somehow to end the game on turn 4, and you have, again, like I mentioned slightly earlier, a 1 mana card or 3 1-mana cards, a 2-mana card, and then 2 more 1-mana cards, and you're chipping out the Nexus throughout turns, I think that's fine. But you go from 4 landmarks on your board on turn 4 to 2 landmarks on your board on turn 5 and 4 8/8s. That is a little bit toxic.
A little.
So I think the change that the Frozen Thrall got itself, the 1 countdown, meant that they could have at least left Promising Future at 5 and seen where it went there.
Yeah, I agree.
But just pushing it up to 6 and then bringing the Frozen Thrall up to 9 just gutted Thralls.
Completely. Like, they were just like, alright, this archetype doesn't exist. Alright, guys, enjoy.
Nope, yeah, have fun with whatever else we release. And again, they've released fun stuff, but I don't think Thralls didn't have to be fun. Like, I honestly think, now, some people might not agree with me like this, or agree with me on this, but I think Thralls could have been in one of those positions to be a deck kind of like Field Rush, or kind of like Plunder. Just because it's very, like, not stagnant, but it's very, like, clear what the deck is doing. Plunder is trying to deal damage on the first 5 turns to your Nexus, so that they can drop a big unit on turn 5. Field Rush, excuse me, Field Rush is trying to ramp turns 5 through 8, so that they can have 2 10/10s on the board on turn 9. Or on their turn 9, because they're ramping, and it's a little bit different, blah, blah, blah. But I think there could have been some simple revert or some simple change to Promising Future to not completely shut out Thralls, but instead just kind of rein it in so it's not, again, killing you on turn 4.
Yep. I agree. I wish they had gone that route, but here we are with 6 mana Promising Future.
Yep. 6 mana promised. Oh man, that future is so promised.
Really. Right. So last change. So we got Riptide Sermon. I feel like everybody hated this card, but I think everybody hated this card mostly because of the damage to Nexus. I mean, maybe it's just me, but I think that's why a lot of people hated this card. And I think it dealing 1, and I literally said this. I didn't think that they were gonna go this route, the route that they actually decided to do. They decided to nerf everything about this card.
Yeah. Yeah,
I literally thought they were just gonna take away I thought they were gonna make it do 1 damage, but they actually decided to be like, you know what? Nah, we're just gonna nerf everything about this card.
Every last line on this card is going to change. Did it also get a mana change as well? Was it a different mana cost originally?
No, it was always 6 mana.
No, it was always okay. So yeah, they literally just said, "Listen, guys, this way too overstated. Let's bring that one back. Let's rein this in." And the reason I really disliked the change here is because, excuse me, again, it's the issue I had with like the hate spike change. Now, this card, this Alawi, very Alawi specific card, deal 3 to a unit, spawn 3, and deal 1 to the enemy nexus, of course, was an Alawi card that just now got put into Plunder. Because it's a clear for a unit, it gives you a unit and gives you a Plunder proc for free, all for 6 mana. Which is a lot of mana to do these things, but when you realize Get Excited deals 3 and you don't have to, discard a unit for this, there's a 5-drop unit that spawns 3 and you don't have to deal any damage, or you don't have to spend any other mana to do that. I'm not going to go through all the things that can deal 1 damage to your Nexus, but with a whole lot that can just deal 1 to your Nexus, I feel like this card at 6 is perfectly fine. And then they just decided, like, no, Alawi herself is too strong. So we're going to rein in all the stuff that it does for Alawi. And now the card just kind of sits in this weird place where some Plunder decks run it, sometimes. But besides that, it's just gone.
Yeah. I think, and maybe this is just my opinion, I think that they could have left it dealing 4, and they could have left it spawning 4 as well. But it could have dealt 1 damage. Because it used to, I believe, I could be wrong, I believe it used to deal 4, it used to spawn 4, and it used to deal 2.
Deal 2, right? Yeah, I want to say you're right. I can try and look for the original, but I do believe you're right.
Yeah, I believe so. I could, like I said, I could be wrong. I didn't play a lot of Riptide Serpent when it was unnerved.
No, okay, so it was always spawn 3. It was deal 4 to a unit, spawn 3, deal 2 to the enemy nexus. So they didn't nerf everything about it, but they nerfed pretty much everything about it. And it's funny enough, again, it was a very good card in Alawi. They nerfed everything besides the spawn, and it got gutted from Alawi.
Yep.
That is really interesting to me, actually.
I mean, it's just because it's 6 mana and it doesn't, like, there were like 4 health units that started appearing that this card couldn't deal with.
Yeah.
Like, basically anything with 4 health or anything that you basically momentous choice, this card can't kill now.
Exactly. Momentous choice, sometimes making things tough, makes this a real difficult answer for a card. Yeah, this card definitely has like a lot of issues.
Yeah, it's like this card was already 6 mana, so whatever you play it on, you want it to kill. So if it doesn't kill that card, then it's like you basically summoned a 3/3 and dealt 1 to face.
Yeah. Congratulations.
Yeah, for 6 mana. It's like
6 mana, 3/3, and 1 damage.
It's like, congratulations, you played yourself. You played yourself.
You actually just played yourself, and that's about it.
Yeah. So that's the problem with this card. But I think this card can get reverted pretty easily, in my opinion. I don't know if it can deal the 2. Honestly, the 2 is probably fine. 2 is probably fine. It could probably get fully reverted. Mostly because I feel like it just fell out of favor, like, completely.
Mm-hmm. It still just doesn't do nearly enough just yet. I I don't know. I feel like the deal 1 is fine. The deal 4 would be good. Like I definitely want the deal 4 back, and maybe even the spawn up to 4. So it's like you're giving yourself a decently statted unit. The only issue I'd feel with that is if you bring it up to spawn 4. So say you make it deal 3, or deal 4, spawn 4, deal 1 to enemy nexus. I feel like then Plunder always runs this, because Plunder getting a big clear now, because I feel like pushing something from 3 damage to 4 is a very, very big difference.
It is 100%.
Exactly, very, very big difference. So now you get a very good clear. You spawn yourself a 4/4 unit that can't be dealt with almost all the time, and you're still proccing your Plunder. I think Plunder actually like would really, really benefit from this if it wanted.
That's true. I mean, it could see play in Plunder. It could probably see play in any Alawi decks. It could probably see play in other decks too. Because I mean, the issue with this card back then was that it just killed everything that it was played on. But now we have Aatrox. Now we have like we have a lot of more champions that like this card doesn't kill. Like we got Vayne, so the 3 damage doesn't kill Vayne. We got Varus, so the 3 damage doesn't kill Varus. Who else? We got Kayn.
I was about to say Kayn
doesn't
hell. It doesn't even deal with Seraphine now, because Seraphine has 4 HP.
Like, it doesn't kill level up Ezreal. Like, it just doesn't kill a lot of things. That's the issue. The 4 damage, I think, was premium, and I think it needed that, actually.
Right. I agree.
Alright. That is our list of reverts that we want to come back into Legends of Runeterra. I know this was a long one, so I probably will be chopping it up into 2. So 2 parts. Right. We'll see everybody in the next one. Ray, did you have anything that you wanted to add on to the end?
Just make reputation 4 cost when? Or 4 plus power when? That's a weird change that'll be for another completely different.
He said 4 plus for reputation. Alright, buddy. But alright, we'll end it off here. Reputation buff when. Appreciate everybody. I would leave Ray's links down below, so if you want to check him out. He does stream on Twitch. I do not know if you have a YouTube. Do you have a YouTube?
No, but that is my next endeavor. I'm gonna try and get into that. So
cool.
Be on the lookout for me.
All right. But he definitely streams on Twitch for sure. So I will leave those links down below if anybody wants to check him out. So like I said before, I'll say it again. We'll see everybody in the next one. Peace out.
Have a good one.